at the end of the day, guys, you're never really stuck. The only thing or the way that you think that you are stuck is if you are just not making a step forward in the right direction. And welcome to another episode of It Takes Grit. If you haven't already given us a big thumbs up on YouTube or subscribed to Spotify or iTunes and left us a review, please go over and do it. It means so much to me. It really helps actually grow this podcast so I can do more episodes. And today we haven't got a guest, you have just got me, Alfie, and Penny. And we are talking about being stuck. I absolutely love this topic because I feel like so many of us get into situations where we're like, oh, I feel so stuck, I don't know where to go next. And I'm gonna be sharing with you a couple of instances in my life where I've found that I thought I was stuck. And I'm gonna give you 7 tips to be able to get through that. So if you've got pen and paper, I really suggest writing things down. If you're listening in the car right now, no problem, but just when you get back, when you have a pen and paper, like write it down so that you remember these things. So when you're in that transition of like feeling stuck and these kind of new feelings, it's gonna be able to get you out of it. And, well, first of all, I wanna actually tell you guys, I'm feeling so much better today. I slept for 12 hours last night because last week I was in New York and Austin, Texas, and I didn't even I was like texting people from the loo because I didn't even have a break. I wasn't able to work out, which makes me feel just like a little bit icky because I would either have to work out at 4 a.m. in the morning or midnight, and I was so exhausted with meetings and I was doing fit camps and I was talking in events, and I absolutely loved it. And when I came back, the next day I had to go to a baby shower. So I was like thrown in, family time, baby shower. Monday I had some things to do. I was able to take a nap in the afternoon. And then Tuesday I was filming videos all day. And it came to a point where I was like, my body was like, I couldn't go anywhere. I was supposed to film 3 videos. I made it through 1. So I decided last night that I was just gonna sleep it off, and oh, I feel so much better today. I'm actually going off to LA to do another podcast on another show and to film for Pop Sugar. So I feel better. Like sometimes you need to have that rest and to have that break. And that's really kind of what I'm gonna talk about with being stuck. Because at the end of the day, guys, you're never really stuck. The only thing or the way that you think that you are stuck is if you are just not making a step forward in the right direction. Because stuck often means that you haven't taken the first step into where you want to go. It means that you haven't had the confidence to do it, or you haven't had the guts or the courage. So I am going to encourage you guys that instead of saying that you're stuck, you just haven't decided to step forward. Because when kind of crappy stuff happens in your life, that's when a shift can happen. So in that moment where you're like, oh, I feel so stuck, I also think it's a little bit of an excuse sometimes of when you're feeling stuck. It just means that you haven't decided to make the first step in the right direction to be able to get out of it. So for example, when I was in a relationship for about 4 years and we got married and I was going through my divorce, I knew that time period before that it wasn't good. I knew that I felt stuck and I felt trapped in the relationship. But I wasn't really stuck. I wasn't really trapped. I just decided that I was gonna stay in it to see if it was gonna get better. So if you're in a relationship right now and things aren't changing or things aren't moving or things aren't evolving, you're not stuck, you're just deciding not to get out of it. And that was me. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so scared. I've been with this person for 4 years. We're married. What are people gonna think? And I felt stuck and I felt trapped. And honestly, my life wouldn't have evolved if I had decided to make a decision about it. So in that time period, I wasn't stuck. I just didn't make a decision to get out of it. Now, what happened as soon as I decided, hey, I'm gonna make a difference, I'm gonna get out of this, I became unstuck because I literally made the decision to do something different. it's crazy now I look back and go, oh, I'm stuck in this situation. This was challenging, but it wasn't. I wasn't stuck. I wasn't choosing to get out of it. So I encourage you guys that if you're feeling stuck right now, you just need to take that very first step. And the first step is often the hardest. It's often the most challenging. But getting and making that first step is going to get you unstuck. When I was trying to get into the USA, I mean, I've been, my incredible journey of getting visas and getting rejected with green cards and all these wonderful things that I've had to go through. And when I was in the UK, I had to wait for 10 months to be able to get my very first visa to come to the States. And I did feel stuck. I felt stuck because I didn't know if I should have a job in England, because I didn't know how much time I was going to be able to give them to leave. And I felt like I was like in limbo because I wasn't making way to get to America. I was just waiting. I wasn't able to, you know, work in England because I didn't know how long I was going to be there for. So I really did feel stuck. Where if I look back now, I was just waiting for something to happen that was out of my control. So what I should have done, or what I could have done, is actually just go and get that job right now in England, you know, get the job while I was waiting there, and then when the time came, leaving that job, rather than thinking, okay, it's gonna happen next week, it's gonna happen next week because some lawyer told me that it was gonna be. And often when we put our like responsibility or our choices or our life in somebody else's hands, we feel stuck. We feel trapped. So maybe if you're in a job right now and you're just kind of going through the motions and you're waiting to see if somebody gives you a promotion, don't wait for that promotion. Go and find a promotion somewhere else. Do the best that you can in the job that you're at right now. Mix it up, change, do something different. So when I feel like, when I look back and I feel like, oh my goodness, I was just waiting and I felt stuck because I was purely relying on somebody else and what other people were doing in seeing if I was going to get to the US. So when you feel stuck, it can also sometimes be because you are waiting for something. So don't allow yourself to be in a situation where you're waiting. There's some things, okay, you've got to wait for it on the bigger scale, but in that small period of time, what else can you do? Okay, so what else can you do? Love this one, and you guys all know, well, most of you guys know that I was on a big YouTube channel called Exit. And this channel, oh my goodness, I put my whole heart and soul in it. I got paid $40 per episode, but I wasn't interested in the money. I was excited about the opportunity to be on YouTube. And I built that channel, I helped build it, and we kept going and going, and it grew. I think it's like 3.2 million subscribers. But after 18 months, they stopped. They finished filming and they were like, yeah, we're just not gonna do it anymore. And I was like, what? Like, this is crazy. We are onto something huge. And again, I felt, at the time, I felt stuck. Where really, it wasn't a stuck feeling, it was just an opportunity to do something else and for me to actually have ownership of it. So if you've ever been laid off a job, or you know, you've ever been like a business venture hasn't worked out, it's just allowing something more to happen. And so it took me 18 months until I decided that I was going to start filming workout videos and put them on YouTube, because I felt stuck. I felt like I was attached to Exit and that I couldn't do something new. And like looking back, I'm like, wow, like 18 months that I spent feeling stuck and not putting out new content and new videos just because I just didn't take that first step. So wherever you're at right now, just take that first step. Don't like wait around for something to happen or people to make things happen for you, because ultimately you have a choice. You have a 100% choice of where you want to go next, what you want to do today. What is it that you want to do today? What is it that you want to do in 5 years? So whatever you want to do in the future, you need to take that very first step today. Write it down. What is the step that I need to take to be able to get to where I want to be? And you have to take it. I have a tattoo on my foot that says every step counts. And I really believe in that, because there are so many different directions that you go in life, but as long as you keep on moving forward, that is what's going to get you where you want to be. I've had a lot of interesting relationships with girlfriends that have been unhealthy, or I've been, you know, going out, nights out, and I've been in this kind of rut and hanging out with the same person. And I always say that, well, I wish I knew this back then, but you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So if those 5 people that you are with right now are not where you want to be, you are going to feel like you are stuck. So what do you have to do? You have to change up those friends. You have to change that group of people. Those 5 people are so important to your development, to you evolving, to your personal growth. So look around at those 5 people that you hang around with most and ask yourself, are those people the people that I want to be like? Because if they're not, you will find that that is who you will become. And you will feel like you are stuck simply because you haven't made the decision to find new friends and to level up your environment, right? So simple. So have a think about that. Another thing to write down, who are my 5 people that I'm surrounding myself with, and get unstuck. Get unstuck with that group of people by simply finding new people. I mean, that's like the easiest solution. It is not emotionally easy, but it is practically. Okay, so if you are feeling like you're like the people that you're around are just like not where you want to be, I encourage you to level up your environment and find those people who, you know, find the people who you want to be like. So, a couple of stories there of where I have felt stuck in the past because that was my old mindset. But when I look back now, it wasn't that I was stuck, it was just that I decided not to do anything about it. So I'm gonna give you 7 steps to help you. You know, guys, I love doing everything in 7 steps to help you get unstuck, or that word, or stop using that word stuck, okay? So the first one, very simple, is that you're not stuck. You just need to bridge the gap from where you are right now and where you want to be. So a great exercise to do is to write down who you are right now. What type of person are you? Are you motivated? Are you hardworking? Are you excelling at your goals? Are you loyal? Or are you, you know, feeling a little bit unmotivated? Are you feeling like, you know, the world is against you? Like, what are you feeling right now? Okay? All the positives and all the negatives. And then I want you to write down what it is, the type of person that you want to be. Okay? Very simple. Who you are right now and where you want to be. Now, what do you need to do to bridge that gap to make you become the person that you want to be? Now, you're never going to be perfect. It's never going to be just like absolutely all like amazing. But what I encourage you to do is to look at that list of attributes that you are trying to achieve and that you want to be, and just make it a point of bridging that gap. So the small things that you need to do to be able to become the person that you want to be. And there's going to be times where, you know, you fall off and you get back on again and you make mistakes, and like, oh my goodness, like that's totally life. You know, that's just life. You're going to fall off, you're going to come back on, you're going to come back on stronger, and you're going to learn and you're going to grow all the time. But it's really important to bridge that gap between who you are right now and who you want to be. And when you can visually see it in front of you, of what the things are that you need to make a shift on, it's going to be easier for you to maneuver, okay? Next one, you got to get it out of your head. You got to get the word stuck out of your head. So you can either think like me and you can have what I have, or I can think like you and you go, oh no, Rebecca, I am stuck, you don't understand. And then I'm going to have what you have. That's what my mentor always told me. And it really stuck with me because it was like, if I want something different, if I want to think differently, I need to start thinking like somebody who is successful and who is motivated and has what I want. So when you're saying the word stuck, I want you to like tap yourself on the side. I'm not stuck. I just haven't made the step to go where I need to be. That's it. So remember, I'm not stuck. I just haven't made that first step on where I need to be. And as soon as you put that foot forward and you keep moving those steps in the right direction, you're going to start to see it all come together and you're going to feel unstuck. So get that stuck word out of your head because it's not serving you. It doesn't give you any tangible advice of what to do, okay? Taking a step forward does. Right, number 3. What is your message? What is the message that you want to give out to the world? Like, what's your mission? What's your message? So take a moment to, either have a think about it or write down a couple of sentences on what your mission is. Is it that I want to be a person of impact? I want to be a leader. I want to help other people. Visualize what that looks like in your head. Actually, fantasize about it. It's really amazing when you start to visualize and you manifest these things that can happen for you. But you've got to actually start to write it down and make it seem real. That's the first step in getting something huge or making a big shift, is visualizing it happening for you. So write down your message. I'm pretty sure that your message isn't to wake up miserable every day and to roll over the wrong side of the bed and, to be nasty to other people and to take energy and to not work hard. Pretty sure that that is not your mission. So if that's not your mission, number 1, why are you doing that? And number 2, let's write down the mission and the message that you want to give out to other people, okay? Get clear with that. Get clear with who you want to be. Get clear with what you're all about. Get clear with your message. Start to visualize it. Okay, number 4, decide to give energy to the world. Okay, when you feel stuck, you suck energy in from other people. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm so stuck. I don't even know where I'm at. People can't get you out of your stuck hole because they can't make a decision for you that's gonna get you what you want, because only you know what you want. So all you've gotta do is decide to give energy. That's gonna help with your message. What's your message? Is your message to give back to the world? Therefore, let's do it. Do something every single day that's gonna add value. If you're someone that's saying, well, things never happen good to me, I'm always the one that loses, or I don't get things, that is 100% purely because you are not giving anything to the world. What you give, you are going to give back. What you give, you are gonna get back. So think today about how many times you are sucking yourself out of energy and other people's energy. Who are you being? Are you being someone that the universe is going to give lots of amazing things to? If not, that's because your energy and your message and your daily actions aren't showing up to be able to get something great. And as soon as you switch that mindset, guys, as soon as you switch that mindset in believing, hey, I'm gonna do great things today, I'm gonna make an impact, I'm gonna change the world, I'm gonna become the best version of me today, so much energy and light is gonna come back your way. Number 5, embrace the growth. Oh, every single time that I was going through challenging things in my life, and at the time it was like a nightmare. It was like, oh my goodness, why is this happening to me? But it was happening for me. So go through those times of growth, because it's only going to propel you to be the next level of whoever you are meant to be right now. Bring it on. Be like, okay, this is a difficult time. Bring it on. Let's go. Bring me this growth. Bring me this difficult times. Because this is just the universe testing me to see if I'm ready for the next level. And embrace that. Embrace that change. Embrace that growth. Okay, number 6. For feeling unstuck, ask a friend. Ultimately, it's your choice, but get feedback from somebody. Get feedback from somebody who's going to give it to you real. Hey, how have I been behaving lately? What's my attitude been like? You need to ask someone who's going to give you real advice. Not someone who's going to sugarcoat it and be like, oh, I just know you're going through a lot of things and, you don't need to worry about it. You need somebody that is going to tell you to your face so that you can get out of it. And feedback is so important, because for me, I know when I'm being difficult. I know when I'm being stubborn. I know when I'm a little bit agitated. And so I have to look inwards and be like, okay, this girl needs a nap. Like, she needs to sleep because she's getting irritable, she's not happy, she's like making other people's lives like stressful. Like, okay, I just need to take a moment, reel it all back in, get clear on what it is that I want and what my message is and who I'm meant to be, and just take a nap. Sometimes it just takes stepping back, getting clear with what it is that you want, and having a little nap, like just removing yourself from the situation so that you're not just putting yourself on other people and just crushing others' energy. You've got to be able to lift up yourself so that you can lift up other people. And the last thing, number 7, on feeling unstuck, is just to take the first step. Get out of your comfort. It's not even getting out of your comfort zone. It's just like taking the first step. So put your big girl pants on, pull them up, put your shoulders back, take a big deep breath in through the nose, big exhale, and just walk forward, move, like start that step. And as you start walking, what happens? You start to pick up a little bit more of a pace, and then you can start running, and then before you know it, you are sprinting to the finish line. But you're not going to get to that finish line by not even taking that very first step forward. Take that step today. It can be the smallest thing, but write down what is the step that you need to make today that's going to get you where you want to be in the future. And as soon as you make that step, think about, okay, what's the next step? And you're going to start to keep moving, getting that hamster wheel going so that you can start to pick up momentum. And then you're going to start to pick up energy because things are moving in the right direction for you. It's so simple when you break it down and realize that you are not stuck. Lovely, you are not stuck right now. You just haven't decided to make that first step in the direction. Now, you might take a step and it might go to the side, it might go a little bit backwards. The point is to make the step so that you can work out which is going where. Sometimes in my life, I do a whole pendulum swing to the left and I create ideas and I'm doing this and it's like, whoa, I am like so far off, like what's supposed to be going on. I need to come back, and then I get clarity again. That's completely normal. So today, I want you to write down what that first step is going to be. Decide what your message is, who you are right now, and where you want to go. You can do this. You are capable. You just have to make the decision to do it. Get off your ass, put your big girl pants on, and let's take a step forward. Whew! Okay, well, I'm fired up. I hope you guys are fired up too. Make sure that you go and follow the It Takes Grit podcast. Any questions or comments or things that you want me to address, please put it over there. Subscribe to the podcast. Those reviews make such a difference for me to keep on making this podcast. I know that you guys are really enjoying it. I'm loving your feedback. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you on our next episode. Bye, guys.